After watching Ex Machina, a fantastic movie directed by Alex Garland that depicts the world's first artificial intelligence, I started to wonder the political, social, and economic implications of such a being. While artificial intelligence at the moment is nothing more than science fiction, automated machines aren't. So will machines take over our economy? The first thing to address would be the capabilities of machines in the next 10 years. Automated cars would be everyone's first guess, but the rabbit hole goes much deeper. And what a narrow way to look at what I like to call automatons. Self-directed and simple machines to do simple jobs. They can go from A to B, overcoming every urban or industrial obstacle in its way, or how about a program that could trade stocks? Oh wait, that's already how it works. Computer versus computer competing for microtransactions, pulling together fractions of a cent every time. But they do this hundreds of thousands of times a second. But what about hard laborers, such as factory workers, public transportation drivers, dock hands, luggage movers, janitors, all the way down to your local mailman? These jobs don't necessarily require an immense programming change compared to a self-driving car. Agriculture? We've started to develop robots that can perfectly take care of plants on an individual basis. Optimizing growth time by having a personal growth chart for the 156th carrot on row 16, because it needs a little more water than its neighbor due to soil distribution. And surely they won't be as fast as their human counterparts, but when they run 24/7 for cents on the dollar, you could easily see a major corporation's incentive to start outsourcing their employees. My perfect example would be vending machines. They're a simple machine that does a simple task. They run 24/7, 365, they only need to be restocked weekly. Vending machines can be stationed in more places than any human. And the best part? You only need one employee to work hundreds of vending machines. The perfect example of how a simple machine has outsourced thousands of corner store workers. A modern and much larger analogy would be having your Amazon order never touched by a person. There's no need. It was stocked, loaded, unloaded, and delivered by an automaton. The scary thing is that this is already happening. Uber has ordered 500,000 self-driving cars as soon as they're ready. Amazon released its first clerkless supermarket because it is easier and cheaper to have one mechanic run 25 robots than to pay 10 employees minimum wage, permanently eliminating these jobs forever. Let's look at it on a chart. In 2017, you have 1.3% of the workforce in agriculture, then transportation, retail, hard laborers, and the current unemployment percentage. But in 10 years, these jobs could be removed entirely due to automation, meaning that you could have an unemployment rate as high as 17% by 2027. We simply don't need hard laborers anymore. Everything evolves: cultures, politics, animals, economies, and especially how we educate ourselves, which would be the #1 way to adapt to this future crisis. The best way to combat this would be through vocational public education to grant entry-level jobs for high school graduates, affordable and adaptive 2-year college degrees for selective fields, and companies working with employees before the market shifts again. Finland has already started to adopt this style of education over 2 decades ago after scoring last in developed nations. Finland is now ranked in the top 2 between mathematics, reading, and science. However, automation would increase the standard of living for all citizens. We spend an average of 38 hours in traffic every year, but that now has been eliminated because self-driving cars communicate to each other. 35,000 people die a year from motor accidents alone, which could be dropped by almost 80% because of this feature. Dangerous jobs such as firefighters, soldiers, and construction workers could be operated by drones, saving countless lives. Resource expenditure such as water could be cut down massively due to personal automated gardeners, accounting for 30% of water used per household. We are about 2 decades behind from having this conversation as a nation, but the United States has conquered a variety of challenges before. So let's not back down from this one.